Lord Krishna says that with knowledge you will see the truth. Our scriptures are called darshan shastras. Darshan shastras which enable you to truly see. We think we are seeing, but it's all distorted and contorted. We can't see things as they really are. And as we start moving ahead in spirituality, we are able to truly see. And as the saying goes, drishti badalne se srishti badalti hai. The way you look at the world, that is the way you are able to interact and benefit from the world. Now the problem is that presently we are in ignorance. One man, he went to a restaurant in Arcadia, just below Sierra Madre in Los Angeles. And there on the table by the side, one old man and a young man were sitting. And they were drinking away like there is no tomorrow. When the old man asked the young man, "Where do you live?" The young man said that, "I live in Arcadia." He said, "Really? I also live in Arcadia." "Where do you live in Arcadia?" He said, "I live in Linwood Apartments." "Is it so? What a small world it is. I also live in Linwood Apartments." "Which floor do you live on?" He said, "On the 4th floor." "4th floor of the Linwood Apartments? That is where I also live." "What's your apartment number?" He said, 402. 402? That is also my apartment number. So this guy on the other table is hearing them and wondering what's going on. The two of them live in the same house and they are speaking like this to each other. How come they have got the same address? So the manager, he called the guy, he said, "Sir, please don't be puzzled. These two are father and son. But once they have drunk their 6th peg, they're so intoxicated they don't recognize each other. They come and speak like this every week." So our scriptures tell us that we are also all intoxicated. We don't recognize who am I, and we don't recognize who is mine. Sri Krishna is mine. The Kripaluji Maharaj gave a full lecture series on this topic. Who am I and who is mine? So the Darshan Shastras, the scriptures, they provide us with theoretical knowledge. But theoretical knowledge is not sufficient. Ultimately, it is giving us information, it is giving us facts. That theoretical knowledge will not suffice. You've all heard of Jagadguru Ramanujacharya, the 3rd original Jagadguru in Indian history. And the 4th was Madhvacharya and the 5th was Kripaluji Maharaj. So Ramanujacharya, his successor was Parashar Bhattar. Now he used to live in Sri Rangam. It's on the Kaveri river, there's this mystical island which houses the biggest Vishnu temple of India, the Ranganath Swami temple. And that is where Parashar Bhattar used to live. And one scholar, he was going around all of India, engaging in scriptural debate and defeating people. So he happened to come there also. And he was engaging in debate, insulting others. Parashar Bhattar at that time was so small. He said to this scholar "Sir, if you don't mind, in my opinion, you are ignorant." That person got so annoyed. "I am ignorant? How dare you make such a statement?" Parashar Bhattar said, "If you have knowledge, tell me how many grains of sand are there in my hand. You are claiming to be all-knowing. Tell me how many grains of sand are there in my hand." So that scholar, he said, "I don't know the answer to the question." Parashar Bhattar said, "Then why are you so proud?" To be proud of your knowledge is not the sign of knowledge. Vidya dadati vinayam. The sign of knowledge is humbleness. And that humbleness doesn't come from theoretical knowledge. It comes from realized knowledge. So theoretical knowledge which you get from the scriptures, very often scholars become proud of it. I know such scripture, I have memorized so much. But to be proud of theoretical knowledge is like a prisoner becoming proud about the size of his cell. My prison house is so big. So there is a difference which needs to be marked between Shabdik Gyan and Anubhavatmak Gyan. Lord Krishna did talk about Gyan in the previous verses, where he said, you approach the spiritual master and receive knowledge. So you will get the theoretical knowledge. And then by practicing yoga, is what he's saying in this verse, you will find a second kind of knowledge which will arise in you from inside. That will be the realized knowledge. Anubhavatmak Gyan. So what is going to liberate us from material illusion is the Anubhavatmak Gyan. Just like, let us say that somebody has graduated from medical school with a gold medal, he's the university topper in surgery, but has got no experience. Now, if you need your surgery to be done, will you trust this gold medalist? You'll say, this is only theoretical knowledge. I'd rather trust that surgeon who has done 30 years of surgery and operated upon 5,000 people. Similarly, some lady has memorized the cookbook and she can even give lectures on it. But she's actually never been to the kitchen to cook a meal. And there is another grandmother who has been cooking for the last 70 years. She knows perfectly by experience, she has calibrated. When the roti is this much brown, you turn it over. When it is this much, it's got swelling, then you turn it over. By her experience, she is doing it. So that experiential knowledge is the important thing. In spirituality, it comes by practical surrender. That does not mean that theoretical knowledge is bad. It doesn't mean that theoretical knowledge must not be acquired. Some people say, it's all realized knowledge, so I don't need scriptures or anything. I will just do Sitaram, Sitaram. But that will not suffice. The great devotee of Sitaram, Tulsidas Ji Maharaj says, Sohana Rama Prema Binu Gyanu. Without that knowledge, you will not achieve love for God. So get the theoretical knowledge, implement it, and get realized knowledge. Now Krishna says that is the purest and the most sublime. And then you will see the truth through realization.